four quarters, the AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway from Las Vegas. And this carries into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First down, Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Could have gone with the ground game there, opted for the quick pass. Well, I don't know that it would have mattered, Charles, but it didn't work out.
In a lot of these offenses, yards after catch are built in without explicitly saying it. In this case, he didn't make anyone miss out on the perimeter. Got tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And brings up 4th down. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Herbert. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off right around the 43. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to bring this one back for an NFC touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Herbert. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Shaquille Barrett. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here look to throw instead. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that'll be incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
Returnable for Lockett. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Murray. Side, he's got his man. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a 1st down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That is caught at the 7. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. A 20-yard touchdown. And the NFC able to widen their advantage.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. It's touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 79 yards. And the AFC strikes quickly there for 6. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you throw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touch. Back. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
.38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's a carry for Saquon Barkley and the Giants. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Dobbins. He's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Right back to Dobbins on first. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
The numbers for the NFC on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Jones. Good coverage there by the AFC defense. It's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is Aldrich Roses for the NFC field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Rosas' kick is good.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come up now 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kenny Clark With a big-time sack on third down, it's a loss of 7.
Now, how about that play right there? Party, remember I told you about the home run hitter theory that someone told me years ago?
What's that?
Meaning a guy who hits home runs in the major leagues.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw caught right at the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. From 21 yards away. And the NFC adds on to their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The AFC offense set to take their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll let this go deep for runs. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they throw an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Gun, Jones, and that's going to be caught. Touchdown, NFC. From 8 yards out, and the NFC able to widen their advantage. Great play, but admittedly, the tackling in the Pro Bowl, Charles, not always the best.
I would say that they're not quite as committed to getting a guy on the ground in the Pro Bowl as maybe during the regular season and, of course, in the playoffs. But still, heck of an individual effort there on that run.
And the lead is now 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense for the AFC set to go now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Allen. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Here's Allen to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Carry for their fullback. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. It's Dobbins. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun now from Murray. The pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. Preston Smith coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And the NFC punt team out there now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again.
This is caught inside the 15. And the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So we have come upon halftime of this Pro Bowl with the NFC on top of the AFC. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The AFC going to get the ball first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense for the AFC set to go now. On first down, it's Herbert. That one complete to Hill. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for the touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 84 yards. And the AFC able to get a bit closer. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run here with Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Jones. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking to throw. Jones. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the NFC adds on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to...
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 36. And it will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He's going to keep it again. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the NFC able to use the short field as they cash in for 6. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offensive coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much...
And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. Dexter Lawrence breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Herbert now. He'll let this go deep for Rupp. And got his man complete. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Herbert. Forced out to his left. Finding room inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Looking to throw. Herbert steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Rolling to his right. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Henry Ruggs there to make the grab. And the AFC able to cut into the lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Oh, and I think the AFC got it. Yes, they did.
Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. See pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. Robert Quinn just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And pressure gets to him again. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They snap it to Herbert. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off in the 46. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Jones throwing on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and an AFC touchdown.
I have to believe that it in a Pro Bowl situation. You know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Jamal Agnew now to return it.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's get him.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the fourth quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. A shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's you start playing a little more physically, and they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And the NFC punt team out there now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And the NFC punt team out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, liner, I think he mishit it. Fielded at the 20. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The AFC offense set to take their next drive.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver.
But it'll be 2nd down. They'll run with Henry. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Herbert operating from the red zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1.
Herbert back to the air. They set up the screen for Henry. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. For a yard out. And the AFC able to get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And it is gobbled up by the NFC. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they'll have the football but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert out to his left. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 11 yards there. First down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
The gun, Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half as they get the stop. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. To the air again, Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. The quarterback
pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the NFC going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.